Just got to run a 120-mile week, 2,000 pull-ups, 4,000 push-ups, and hundreds of reps at the gym.
Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 334. It is the last day of the week, aka the Big Bang Attack workout. I am feeling ultra tired. I do not want to work out. I do not care to work out right now. But with that being said, that brings us to the main subject matter for today, which is motivational videos and or motivation when it actually works. That is the subject matter for today. And why? I don't feel like working out, but I'm going to work out. And we'll discuss more about a bunch of the other shit that happens there, maybe some of the mechanisms behind it, and when to watch those types of videos. Because I can tell you right now, I don't feel like working out, but I'm going to. So, with that being said, though, I will see you at Mother Base.
All right, so started this day off with one arm lat pull down. But anyways, back to the main subject matter for today. Motivational videos, or when you need them, basically. The main reason why I wanted to discuss this was because of the fact that when I had done this workout, I had come just back from the beach. I had, it was a one night vacation. So it wasn't long that I had stayed there, but I did a lot of driving and I was pretty tired when I had gone there. But I was like, fuck. I really did not want to do anything at all. I wanted to just chill out, just relax. It had been a long 2 days. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do a workout. But then as I sat there and I really started thinking to myself, why am I sitting here and not doing anything? Like the little bit of an itch was all the way in the back of my head, just waiting to be scratched by something physical. So I was like, okay, I know I'm going to not get rid of this. So what can I do to motivate myself? So then I thought to myself, oh, let me just turn on a motivational video because this is the perfect time when this would actually work. And I think it worked because right after that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I'm winning it to in it. So I'm definitely there to do a workout right after that. It gave me the motivation to get up and go do something. And I think that when used correctly in such a case where you feel the feeling in the back of your mind, but you just don't have the energy to push it out. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, let me do this. Let me hear a motivational video and that'll push me. And it worked. And I think that a lot of people should do this. Not all the time, of course, because this isn't necessarily a all the time thing. At a certain point, you have to let discipline take over. But this was one of those times where even discipline was being kind of swayed out of there. I was just not feeling it at all. I was very tired. But then I just knew that a little bit of a motivational push from something else would definitely be the key in order to get me to go out there and do it. And I think that a lot of people end up utilizing this, but not necessarily in good ways. So for example, they will maybe do something or motivate themselves to do something that isn't necessarily anywhere really. So they're already in step 5. They're motivated to go step 5, but they haven't even started step 1, or they end up doing watching the motivational video at like 3 a.m. where they're ready to go to bed or something like that, which always is the worst time to do it. I think that there was a certain point where I tried to watch motivational videos in the beginning of like the morning, to try to get myself awake. I know my friend Walter, shout out Walter, did that for a little while, but there's only certain points where at a certain while after hearing it every morning, it's kind of like, all right, I get it. Next, you do have to establish some type of discipline in order for these types of things, whenever the discipline just kind of goes by the wayside for like half a second, to get you back into the game. I think a lot of it has to come with the discipline keeps you going regularly, but sometimes just occasionally the occasional just little bit of a boost from something exterior is such a powerful key that a lot of people just not necessarily don't use, but they use it just in a not good way. So then it just goes wasted. It's like a nitrous boost that they use at the beginning of a race rather than the end of the race, and it sucks because I think it would make that style of video more popular and or better for people. But I think a lot of people just use it to just quote mentally masturbate, end quote, just kind of pretend that they ended up doing something when in reality they did absolutely nothing. And I think that happens a lot more too. I think, generally speaking, the motivational video genre is a decent genre of video itself. I do think when it's effective, it really does work. It literally got me out of bed and I went to go work out. That's how serious it is. But I do think that I don't use it enough to the point where it does work. I think overdoing it is also an issue. People will just do it, like I said before, will listen to it every day. And after a certain point, it definitely loses its luster. But I think it's a powerful tool when used correctly. And then also finding other things that aren't necessarily just motivational videos is also a good idea. Motivational pictures, things like that. I have a picture of Goku that I see all the time that always motivates me to start working out again and doing things like that. Or just talking to certain people, doing certain things, just seeing a gif of David Goggins just sitting there doing that stared thing always gets me hyped up, just because I know that I could be doing something to better myself. And I think that that's also another part of it, is that you motivate yourself to do something that is bettering for yourself. I think is a big part of it. You got to make sure that it is motivation to do something good. You don't want to be motivated to do the opposite of that, which can happen, but that's also very rare. And I feel like those types of people have more issues than they want to actually admit. And that's a whole other can of worms for a different day.
And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercise is not filmed, none. Exercise is skipped. We have one, the rice bucket, because I am tired and I want to get this workout over with. So, with that being said, I'm very, very exhausted. Back to the main subject matter for today, which is motivation when it works. And this is it. You've seen the fruits of that. It sucks that I didn't get every single thing done today, but hey, I'm tired. I got at least 95% of it done, which I won't look back on as a wasted day. I can skip the rice bucket because it'll be fine. I will be back to it. I've also done by doing this, I've realized that the sledgehammers might have to be retired. I think that they are fucking up my left shoulder rear delt area, so I think they will be put it to rest. I'm going to have to find a different exercise in order to fill that void in for now that is rear delt focused, so we'll have to wait and see what that is becoming. But this has actually been a very useful workout in that sense, because now I realize, oh, I was 100% before coming in here, now this kind of hurts a little. So it is probably that exercise. It was fine up until then, so I'll have to either vault it or figure out something, probably an alternative to see what I can do. But it is something that has come out from this, which is kind of nice. But it was a worthwhile thing. I think when you get motivation at the right time, at the right place, it can really take you very far. But most of the time, people don't do it at the right time or the right place, and then they're motivated to go nowhere. So that happens quite a bit. But I've already talked about that probably on the voiceover. But to put it into simpler terms, motivate yourself when you need it. Sometimes you do need it, even though you may not feel like you need it, but sometimes just a little bit of a pump you up and then you're good to go. That's all you need to do. The discipline took over after that, but I needed that initial push to get in there, and that's all that really matters. But with that being said, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about this one. This was very interesting. I didn't even think this was going to be an episode. I was this close to not making this even an episode at all. I was going to make this I was just going to work out, fuck it, not even record anything. But I have to keep the train going. So with that being said, tell me what your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video with anybody who may or may not like it. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please take care out there. Stay safe, stay cool, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!